Hello and welcome to another episode of Aaron Plays Technic. Of course, I'm Aaron and I've been playing with this thing for a few days now, and I think I'm starting to get the hang of it. I had set up a mechanism to grow all the tall trees, and then it occurred to me, why not just go get some jungle saplings? So that's what I did. Obviously they grew. Ooh, is that snake gonna get the duck? It is. That's awesome. Oh, that's so great. Until it comes after us. Alright, so this is one of the coolest things ever. Are you ready? I've been getting like just a ton of wood from this, just like 3 or 4 stacks per harvest. I think I might have put them a little close together last time because usually they all grow, but I tried putting just one block in between them, and I don't know if it blocks out the sunlight or what, but so I'll let all these grow, and I won't replant anything until we harvest again. I've done a ton of mining. There's a ton of rubber in our chests up there, a ton of ores. I finally found a few more diamonds, but that is not going to matter pretty soon because I think that we can make diamonds with a compressor. And I forgot to look that up before I started the episode. Forgive me. But basically what I was doing was I was coming out here, I'd harvest the trees, and I'd use these to power the furnace. Not the furnace, the generator. I use them in the furnaces also to cook up the ore, but I was using wood in the generator, and you know, the question is, what's the most efficient way to do this? Well, I did a little bit of reading and I did a little bit of YouTube searching, and there are many options. There's a windmill or wind power, which in my opinion is not worth it, though they're relatively cheap to create, I think. Then we have solar panels, which, okay, but they give a relatively low output and they only work during the day. So what I'm thinking is, there's so much lava on a Minecraft map that it would be a shame not to use it. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned in a previous episode, I wonder if I can put a bucket of lava in the generator and run it. Well, the answer is yes and no. You just have to make a geothermal generator, which is what we're going to do. And I already got all the stuff. I set it aside in a chest because I'm really interested in that. I played around in creative in another world, and there's a thing called a rotary macerator or macerator. I've heard it pronounced both ways. And that thing, once it gets up to speed, like 7,000 RPMs or something, it's just ridiculously fast. Like it just makes mincemeat out of whatever you put in it. So let me put this stuff in. Well, you know what? Let's wait. I'll go ahead and put it in here, but we're going to need to get rid of that. Get rid of the generator because we're going to need it to make our geothermal generator. Also, I discovered if you break a machine with your pickaxe, you only get the machine block back. So I crafted a bronze wrench. And you make bronze by, you have to use dust. You use copper dust and tin dust, and you use 3 copper dust and 1 tin dust, and I believe that's what it, maybe it's the other way around. Either way, it's 3 and 1, and that makes 2 dust, 2 bronze dust, and you cook those up into ingots just like this. Basically what I did here is I made all of these into blocks, and I cooked the leftovers of these. Or I'd make the iron and I cook the leftovers into refined iron. because we're going to need to make, I think you make electronic circuits with 10. I'm going to have to, that's what I'm going to have to look up. I think it's 2 redstone, 6 copper, and then like 10 in the middle, or 2 tin, 1 redstone. I don't know. Like I said, I never remember that one. So let's take our wrench. Let's file some of this stuff. I've just been throwing it all in here. I did manage to make enough. Wait a minute. I think we might need 30 bookcases since this is not 1.3. Either way, I finally found some more diamonds so we can make a crafting, not a crafting, an enchanting table. As soon as that runs out, I'm going to kill the generator. We also, if you didn't see, there's a ton of rubber. I've just been collecting it every time I go outside. I also made a divining rod, and I made the, what did I do with them? The 3 covalence dusts. But I really didn't look into equivalent exchange that much, so I really don't know what good they are. I guess I can leave that in here. What good they are if you don't use them for the divining rod. So let's do this. Let's get our materials here. And we'll see if I can remember this. We have to make lava cells. Each of these will make a lava cells, or empty cells, I guess. And then I got some to make some more so we can fill with lava. But this is an empty cell, and you get 16 from 4, which is actually pretty good. I didn't realize you got so many. But I'm just going to make a bunch of those, and you put your machine block, or your refined iron rather. You put your 2 cells, and then you put your generator, and that's a geothermal generator. And what you can do with this, I happen to have a bucket of lava somewhere. Here it is. I also got a bucket of oil, but I don't know what to do with it yet. Actually, let's take this out because I want to move this stuff. That's all the wood I've been collecting that I was using for this. Let's make sure there's nothing in either of those. Alright, and I'm going to need a little more insulated copper cable. And I was reading about that and how you go from like EV to HV to medium voltage and then down to low voltage, and use like medium voltage and low voltage transformers and bat boxes and like all this other stuff that like I know absolutely nothing about. But see, that's our generator, so we're going to put that. I'll tell you what. Let's get rid of some of the floor here, and we'll run the cable underneath. So I want to put the generator pretty close to the center. And then I'll put the... Oh, I got the... Damn it. Okay, well that sucks. There's still a small chance, even if you use a wrench, that you'll get a machine block back instead of whatever the actual machine is. So, let me see. We'll put a macerator here. That is the macerator. No, that's the extractor. Damn it, I didn't want that there. Hopefully we'll get it back. Yeah, we did. Okay. Okay, so this is the macerator. Yes, macerator here. And then that's the extractor. I'm going to put the extractor here. And then the other macerator is going to go right there, and we're going to have to go make one. And basically, oops, I'm just going to use this copper cable, which if you run more than 4, you start losing power. So actually 1, 2, 3, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So what we'll do is, I'm pretty sure if we put the other macerator right next to it, that it'll work. I think it'll just join either to this cable or it'll join to the generator, which is fine. Or maybe, let me see, 1, 2, 3. We'll just put it, put the 2 macerators right next to each other. So then how this will work is you can either put your lava bucket and an empty cell in here and create a lava cell, or you can put the bucket in here and it actually does not take the bucket. You get the bucket back. So if you have like 7 buckets, you can dump them all in there and you'll actually see this little window fill up. Or you can get your empty cells, well, not empty, you put your lava cells in there and it actually does use the cell. And I also believe you can put an RE battery up here and it will charge the battery while that's working. So we already have our rubber. I think that this is much better than the regular generator we were using. And I'm not really sure about one thing, and that is if you, let's say this thing puts out 32 EU per tick. Well, if you have, it makes sense to me if you have 3 things hooked up to it, that 32 would be divided by 3 and each thing would get 1/3 of the power. So basically, if you're running all these things off one generator, it takes 3 times as long to do everything. I think because it splits it up. I don't know if that's a fact or not. That's just, it makes sense to me. So let's go make another macerator. And I think I remember how to do this. We need the machine block. We're going to need some cobblestone. We're going to need this spare electronic circuit that I have here. And we're going to need 3 flints. And I hadn't planned on making this, so we'll see if I get it right. Oops. Yes, bam, beautiful. Okay. Also, I didn't really address this. I made a ground level entrance over here. I ran back over and I got some of that basalt cobblestone. And I harvested a bunch of marble so that I can just run in here. So there is a macerator. Bam. And as soon as we plug it in, it gets some power. That thing is still full, and then everything has power here. So this is basically like a little kitchen where we can cook everything up. And I don't believe that any power is wasted if you are not actually using it. I think it just waits until there's actually something to do. Whereas, you know, if you put a piece of coal in a furnace and you cook one piece of ham and then it keeps cooking for however many ticks it's supposed to cook for. And here's the awesomest thing is I can just click with these cells right here and fill them right up. And there's so much lava on a Minecraft map that I think that's pretty awesome. So we've got 14 of them full already. I think you can fill these up with water as well. And then if you put 2 and 2 together, I think they'll make obsidian. I'm not sure on that. I'm pretty sure that I saw that somewhere. So I'm going to fill up a few of these and put them in our generator. Unfortunately, we really don't have anything to macerate right now because I did it all before the episode. I wasn't thinking. I apologize. It looks like this might be a safe place to stand. So I'm just going to drain this thing. Whoever thought that you could take 44 tin, make a bunch of empty cells, and drain a lava pool efficiently if you don't get too close to it. Like I keep apparently doing. So what I was hoping was to grab a bunch of lava and show this stuff so we could see if it actually macerates it any faster than it did with the regular generator.